Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Major time. We got the PGA Championship, and Big Nasty's coming off a hot week. You had On in the top 10. You had Rory on your watch list. He won it. You had someone else in the top 10 as well, right?
Yeah, Homa top 10 also.
Homa. So coming off a real nice week. Some momentum into the big tourney here. And obviously Scottie Scheffler is back in the field. Outrageously priced as expected. So why don't we start there? Everyone is going to be looking at Scheffler. He is plus 450 to win, I believe. Yes, plus 450 to win. Worth it or no?
It's hard to bet against the guy, but he has had a couple of weeks off, so golf is a game of momentum and building momentum. So listen, congratulations to Scottie on having his baby. I'm going to stay away from Scottie this week. Listen, if he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. But in terms of value, in a loaded field, again, because it is a major, you have all those live guys coming back. So the field is going to be stacked, packed, and ready to go. I'm going to probably shy away and fade Scottie Scheffler this week.
Yeah, I mean, plus 450, not a very enticing price. All right, so who do we want to talk about then? Where are we starting?
Yeah, so, one other thing just to note, just information is power in this game. Scottie Scheffler's caddy actually won't be with him on Saturday. He's going to be there for the majority of the tournament, but on Saturday, Scottie's caddy actually, his daughter, I believe, graduates from either high school or college, so he will be having a fill-in caddy for one of those days.
Interesting.
How noteworthy is it, or how important is it? I guess we'll find out. But these guys really work as teams, so right. That's just one other reason for me not to like him this week.
Missing his caddy on Saturday. Got it.
So what? Let's start with who I'm going to take to win it. I'm on Ludwig Aberg, baby. The guy played well in the Masters. He's played well in a lot of majors. He has a couple of wins on the PGA Tour in just a short career. He has the game to do it all. And, I think that there was some speculation that he was battling some type of injury, but all of that skepticism has been put to bed. He said there are no issues with his body. He is good to go. He didn't play last week because he wanted to make sure there were any setbacks. So he's ready to rock. I want to say he's like maybe plus 22.
Plus 20. I just had it up. Plus 2,200, plus 1,800 on BetMGM, plus 1,800 on Bet365. So if you shop around, you can find a plus 2,200 though on DraftKings and FanDuel.
Yeah, FanDuel is where I'm usually headed.
And this is the guy that was right up there in the Masters, right?
Yeah, I mean he had two bad swings that really cost him, and I think it was just the lack of knowledge of Augusta that really got him on that back nine. He only lost by a couple of shots, and there were some shots that he really kind of forced where he didn't really have to. Like that shot on 11, where he hit it into the water and then dropped and ended up making double bogey. That's really when the doors opened up for Scottie, and he kind of just pulled away. So, I think coming back with a little bit more experience, a little bit more knowledge, I think that, he has the game to compete anytime he puts the ball on a tee. I think I'm going to take Aberg to get it done this week.
All right, Aberg. Cool. Where should we go next?
So I love the majors. It's my best and favorite thing to do in all of sports is betting golf majors because there's just so much more action going on out there. So I have a couple different plays. I'm going to start with a top 10 play. I like Joaquin Niemann. If you look at his game, he's been playing well on the LIV Tour. How well does that translate over to the PGA Tour? Niemann plus, I think it's plus 300 on FanDuel to finish in the top 10. I think kid's got a great game. He's got good distance off the tee. This course, Valhalla, they talk about driving distance. Just like last week, driving distance is a big factor. So if you look at Data Golf, which we've been using to narrow down some of our picks, Joaquin Niemann is 7th on that list in terms of course fit for his game. So I'm going to go Joaquin Niemann at pretty good odds to finish in the top 10.
There's actually a plus, as I'm recording this, a plus 320 open on Bet365. So if you have Bet365, you can grab an extra 20 cents there on Niemann in the top 10. All right, cool. I'm going to write that one down. Niemann top 10. Okay.
So I think my pick of the week, and I've already thrown this bet for the week. I'm going with the homeboy, JT, Justin Thomas, finishing the top 20. His game has been trending in the upward direction. Valhalla is his hometown, his home state, Louisville, Kentucky. He's a two-time PGA champion, so usually when they set the golf course up for PGA championships, they set it up in very similar ways. So a guy who's gotten it done already twice in a PGA championship, a guy he grew up playing this golf course. I'm going to take JT top 20 at plus money too.
Yeah, big plus money. You can get a plus 210 at Bet365.
Yeah, I got him. I think I locked in at plus 175, but that is my pick of the week. That's the one that I'm kind of hammering home.
Has he been playing like shit? Why is it so? I feel like this is a really good price for Justin Thomas.
So it's a great price for Justin Thomas. I don't think he's been playing, the hottest of hot golf, but he also, at the end of last year, him missing the FedEx Cup playoffs, he's come out this year and started kind of on that trend to get back into form. And what a better time to find form than in your home state, in your hometown, on a course that he grew up playing. I really, really like this bet a lot. Yeah,
two-time champion in his hometown. I'm in. I'm definitely adding that one to the list. Justin Thomas. That's my favorite one that you said so far.
Yep.
All right, so that might be one where I take a home run swing on a winning bet. It's plus 5,500 I may glance at.
Yep.
All right, where do we want to go next?
So, like I said, majors, you got a lot more odds. They actually have top 30 and top 40 in these events. So a guy that we won money on last week, right? If he's hot, he's hot. I'm going to go with Ben On in the top 30. I think it's, again, plus money. So you're finding some good money. A guy who's been playing good golf. When you talk about that course fit tool that we use on Data Golf, Ben On is one spot ahead of Joaquin Niemann, who I actually like in the top 10. So I think grabbing On at plus money and top 30, I think is kind of a no-brainer. If you're looking for some value, if you follow On's game, again, he mashes the ball off the tee. And that's kind of what Valhalla calls for. It calls for big ball hitters here.
Well, yeah, he almost won last at the Wells Fargo. What was he, third? He was right up there.
Yeah, he finished solo third. Rory kind of pulled away at the end. The double bogey on 18 made it seem a little bit closer than what it was. But he was right up there until the very end. A solid week, a solid performance. If you look at Ben On's last 5, 6, 7 starts, you'll see that, he's trending in the right direction. So love this bet, especially getting him in the top 30 at plus money. I think it's great value.
Okay, Ben On, going back to him. Going back to the well.
Going back to the well one more time.
All right. Who's
and
next?
My last pick, I think, a name that when I say it, you're kind of going to be like, who the hell is that? But believe it or not, going back to this course fitting tool and where he stands, he's 5th on the list in terms of shots gained via driving distance, only behind DeChambeau, Rory McIlroy, Dean Burmester, and Minwoo Lee. Alexander Toasty, or Alejandro Toasty.
Alejandro Toasty.
So Alejandro Toasty here. I like him. I'm not going crazy with this bet, but to finish in the top 40 on FanDuel, he's plus 400. All right. And in terms of the model that we're using with Data Golf, that he is up inside the top 7 in terms of what his game is tailor-made to and the fit for this golf course at plus 400 to finish in the top 40. I don't think that's asking a whole heck of a lot. He's definitely played well this year. You don't get into a major like this unless you're playing well on the PGA Tour, because he obviously doesn't have the wins or anything on his resume that would automatically get him exempt for this tournament. So he has to be playing good golf to even be eligible to play in this tournament. So, I like it. I really, really do.
So he's from Argentina. I looked up his bio right here. So Alejandro Tosti from Argentina, University of Florida. He's a Gator, and he does have a top 5 finish this year. It says here. Oh no, that's over his career. I'm sorry. He has a top 10 finish this year.
Yep.
All right,
yeah. So
Toasty.
I mean, I like it. Like I said, it's a little bit of a long shot play at plus 400 odds to finish in the top.
People
40,
like the sleeper. They wanted one of those. So Toasty, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good. Actually, I really, really encourage you to watch this guy. If you think Terrell Hatton has an attitude problem and has a hot head, this guy takes it to the next level. So I think he's a fun guy to watch, and if you want to take a little long shot on something, why not go for this guy?
I'm gonna take that one. I like Justin Thomas and Toasty. I think those are the two I'm gonna roll with.
Yeah, just one other thing, as we're talking, some of the things that could transpire over the weekend here. We look like we're going to get some weather. So Friday, they already look like it's going to be a weather delay to start. So I think if you're getting an early morning start on Thursday and then a late start on Friday afternoon, I think that's beneficial because you're almost going to guarantee yourself to play and finish your round Saturday morning. So you basically get 2 morning waves, which the wind is down in the morning and the golf course is in more pristine condition. So the guys that have the early morning start on Thursday, I think are going to benefit and probably play the golf course slightly easier than the guys who have to start late on Thursday and then play late again on Friday. So just something to keep an eye on if there's any guys. I know JT is early. I know Aberg is early. Just something to keep an eye on. I think that's probably going to come into play.
I'm looking up Toasty's start time right now. Oh,
yeah,
no, he's got a late start, bro.
Toasty is late. But, listen, he might be a little toasted when he gets out on the golf course.
He's actually the second to last. Oh, no, the third to last group of the day. He's one of the latest. It's cool. Let's do it, Toasty.
One last thing. Shout out to Chris Gotterup. I don't know if you know anything about Chris Gotterup, but he won the Myrtle Beach Classic last week. So we talked about Andrew Novak a little bit and my personal connection to Andrew Novak. I went with the wrong personal connection. Chris Gotterup's a CBA kid.
Is he really? From right here?
Lives in Rumson.
That's cool.
So shout out to him getting his first win, getting into this field. I can't find him anywhere on any sports betting apps to bet because I would love to bet him. I think because he just got into the field, the sports books are trying to catch up on it. But if you can see Chris Gotterup anywhere, ride the hot hand, maybe throw a little cheddar on his way.
He's in the very last group or second to last group.
Yeah, so in terms of the course fit tool, Gotterup's right behind Aberg, Wyndham Clark, and Joaquin Niemann. So his game is tailor-made for this golf course. So if you happen to be able to find him anywhere,
I'm looking up CBS Sports sometimes has some of the more. No, they don't have him on here either, CBS.
Yeah, like I said, last man in the field winning last week. So it's probably you're probably not going to get any action on Gotterup until the weekend. But you may be able to slip him in for like a top 20 if he has a good first 2 days and makes the cut.
Right.
But just shout out to him. Well done. He gets a 2-year exemption to the PGA Tour now, which is pretty cool. He's invited to all. He's invited to all the majors. Yeah. You
love to see it.
Love to see it.
All right, cool. So we got a bunch of picks here. I'm definitely rolling with Toasty and JT. May throw, if I find this Gotterup kid represent Monmouth County, I'll maybe throw a bet on him as well. But thank you for joining. Hopefully, let's make it. So you've been on 3 times. 2 of them were great. You've only had one losing week.
So we only lost Minwoo and we lost them on the last 2 holes of the tournament.
Right.
So we've been riding the hot wave. Let's keep the streak going and bet responsibly. Let's have a great PGA Championship. Let's make a lot of money.
Yes, sir. All right, thanks for coming on. We'll talk next week, man.
Sounds good, man.